this way, and how it affected culture. The Greeks had a very interesting belief system. They believed several gods controlled different aspects of their world. Their entire culture was centered around appeasing these gods. I've read several articles on Greek mythology, such as Asma Roger, March 2025, Real Greek Mythology, and editors of GreekMythology.com, March 2025, Greek Mythology. Today I'll be discussing polytheism in Greece, examples of gods and their powers, and the effect it had on their world and ours. The Greeks had a very intricate polytheistic religion. They had several different deities. Some examples in comparison to different religions would be Hinduism or Nordic religions. How did their mythology function? In the beginning, there were the Titans who ruled the earth. They were evil beings. And eventually, these Titans gave birth to the Olympians, who rose up against them and killed their father Cronus. They also created humanity. So there are several different gods and goddesses. The main 12 Olympians were the main 12 began with Zeus, who was the king of the gods and the god of the sky. His brother Poseidon, who was the god of the sea, and Hades, who was the god of darkness and the underworld. These were considered the big three because they led in the war against their father, and they also entered into a lottery system who they drew for who controlled what aspects of the earth. Zeus drew first, being the strongest child of Rhea. He drew the sky, Poseidon drew the ocean, and Hades obviously drew the underworld. So some of the other main Olympians was Ares. He was a god of war. He was very bloodthirsty and rageful. There was Athena, who was the goddess of wisdom. She was also a goddess of battle strategy. There was Aphrodite, who was the goddess of beauty and love. There's also Hera, goddess of marriage. Demeter, goddess of the harvest. Artemis, who was the goddess of the hunt and the moon. Apollo, who was the god of the sun, and her brother. Hephaestus, who was the god of the forge, was also associated with fire and volcanoes. And Dionysus, who was the god of wine and partying. So there's also minor gods, like Icolus, who was she who washes away pain, is someone the Greeks would pray to in their time of need. There was Ether, who filled the sky with its blue color and gave light. And there was Eris, who was a goddess of strife and discord. And some examples of that, she once threw an apple into the middle of Parthenon and created discord among the gods of who was the most beautiful. And it actually, in Greek mythology, ends up starting the Trojan War due to a deciding factor of the mortal. There's also demigods and daemons, demigods were heroes of Greece. They were half Olympian, so half god and half human. And you have examples such as Perseus, who was the son of Zeus and slayed the Gorgon queen, Medusa. And there's also Achilles, who was a great hero, incredibly strong, and in Greek mythology, he serves in the Trojan War. And then there were daemons. Daemons are more conceptual ideas, really, and extensions of other gods. Like, for example, Kratos is a daemon of strength, strength just being the ideology of strength. Their religion inspired the world then and now. It flourished in all aspects of their cities and art. They filled the world with amazing wonders like the Lighthouse of Alexandria, the Colossus of Rhodes. There was a statue of Athena and her patron city Athens. The Temple of Artemis and Halicarnassus in Greece. All inspired by gods and goddesses, all beautiful works of art. Greek culture spread through time. Even the Romans who came directly after the Greeks basically copied their culture to a T. all of their architecture and their gods and systems, they just renamed what the Greeks had. And a lot of our ideas come from Greek origin, like democratic republics. In mathematics, we thank Pythagoras for being able to understand triangles. We also have examples like philosophy. We look back to Plato and Herodotus and all these great philosophers and historians. They really were a spectacular culture. They had an intricate polytheistic religion. They brought amazing wonders to the world in every aspect. And they inspired many of the things that we know today. I hope that you can walk away from this speech knowing something about the Greeks